Well, hi, my name is Doug McCutcheon. I am a reMarkable user, an advocate, and a fan. Well, I recently managed to jam my power button, and from the websites, as in the YouTube analysis, seems like it's a pretty common thing. So I didn't have any warranty, and so let's just start with some disclaimers. I'm actually going to be using some tools on the reMarkable. This has to be done with care and attention, and I just want to make sure that you're aware. So hey, listen, I dropped my reMarkable, it jammed the power button, and from the YouTubes I can see this is probably a regular occurrence. So hey, listen, I had some important notes on there. I needed to get to them within a day of returning home. So this is how I moved from absolutely nothing to getting the power button to function again. Right, how did I do this? It took me about 30 seconds. I basically got together a cordless drill, some wire cutters, and for the astute on the call, you can see it actually repaired the reMarkable at this point. But let me talk about the drill bit. First of all, the drill bit I used was titanium covered 1/16 drill bit. The reason I needed this is I am going to drill into the reMarkable to create a pivot point to lift the power button. So this is where I got to. I did try with some box cutter knives, but it just wasn't enough of a gap between the button to do this. First thing I did was I set the drill to the very lowest setting. I did not want to be having a situation where I was going in too fast. I wanted to have a controlled drill, very light, control the depth. Second thing is I had some wire cutters, and what I wanted the wire cutters here for really was just as a lever. They have a very sharp edge there, and when I drilled the hole I wanted to use that as kind of a leverage point moving in. So really getting into it, I drilled between the power button and the casing. As the heroes out there with their heat guns, when they strip it right back, I could see it was a very soft alloy, and thank you for doing that. I actually knew what I was getting into without having to open it all up. I would never be able to recover from that situation. But I knew I needed to lift this button back up, so I took a drill, moved it in just as it gave. As it got through, I pulled it back out again, and you can see the angle here. Now here's the resulting hole. This is what I'm going to use as a lever. The scratch marks really is me trying to use a knife beforehand, so don't worry about that. You should just have a nice neat hole there, but please don't go in too far. So I take the wire cutters, insert the end in there, and just gently lift it up. I'm not trying to open a beer bottle here. I'm literally just gently moving it up, and then there was a very satisfying click or feeling as the button reset itself and rested itself back into where it should have been. So that's how I managed to get from a completely jammed power button into having my reMarkable back again. With hindsight, I should have set it up to synchronize with files beforehand. I bought the reMarkable when they were offering the cloud subscription. I just wanted to use it as a standalone device. Now you can actually have it for synchronizing, in my case, to OneDrive, but there are other options too. The other thing is to actually set it up to be available through a URL access. In terms of how I'd think about improving the product for my reMarkable fans, as I say, I'm a big fan of this product. It gets a lot of attention when I use it. I love it for both music and work, and all the other things I do when I'm writing away. I would suggest maybe a sliding button is needed here, or the ability to get in and switch it on via a USB-C cable, because once that power button is jammed you can't do anything. You can't pair it, you can't do anything. So slide button, or maybe a bit more resilience in the power button, maybe some harder metal, or maybe move to slight plastic as opposed to metal so it doesn't kind of merge itself together. Anyway, excellent product. As I say, please take note of the disclaimer. If you're not comfortable with doing this, use the warranty if you have one still. I didn't have it, but hey, listen, that's what I did. Hope that was useful.